The Bible says to avoid the appearance of evil, 1 Thessalonians 5:22. So be careful that you don't look like you're doing something evil, right? Wrong. You know, we really slaughter this verse. We see that the best interpretation of this verse is probably something like, avoid evil wherever it appears, not avoid looking like you're sinning. You know, that's actually quite a big difference between the two. You know, Paul is exhorting Christians to be careful of what you're involved with. Actually, avoiding evil and avoiding the appearance of evil are two completely different things. It's one thing for me to pay a prostitute for her services, which is actually an evil act. Whole other thing to avoid walking down a street where prostitutes happen to be hanging out. So the best thing I can do is avoid evil wherever it appears. You know, folks, we don't get involved with this world because we're so afraid that somebody's going to say something. And so what if they do? I remember one day somebody decided to donate some money to the homeless ministry. And he said, "Can you pick it up?" And I said, "Sure." And then I realized that he runs a topless nightclub. So I thought, well, here we go. I went down. I thought he'll meet me at the door. Everything will be fine. And I went down there on a busy street, and the only place to park was parking right in front, where my car clearly says sanctuary. And I came to the door, and the bouncer at the door said, "Oh, Pastor Bob, he's waiting for you. Come right in." Well, I didn't see anything, and actually it ended up being a total gift from God that we spent some time in ministry, and he really needed to talk and all of that. And man, it bothered me because I thought, what if somebody sees me? And then I thought, you know, what if they do? People who know me are going to know what's going on. They're going to know there's a good reason to see my car there. And the people that are going to make up something, you know, let them go. Because they're always going to do something like that in the future anyway. I've always had people in my life that always assume the worst. And, you know, I don't have a lot of time for them, to be honest, because it gets to be well, you start being careful of every little thing you do, and then after a while, your ministry is totally ineffective. I've met some of our homeless people, some of the prostitutes that we serve, some of the, you know, the seediest characters in the most unusual places, and talked to them about the Lord, and shared my life with them, and just be their friend. Folks, I don't want you to be afraid of looking like you're doing something wrong when you're not. I don't want you afraid of approaching people who really need your help. Jesus says, go into the highways and byways and compel them to come. A little bit out of context, but, you know, that was his heart. And so today I want to invite you to reach out. Reach out into the world, and don't be afraid of what people might think of you. If there's some areas that you're particularly vulnerable in, then avoid them, because we don't want you to get in trouble. Again, there's a difference between avoiding evil where it appears and avoiding evil. But don't be afraid, and don't be afraid what people say. And if you're one of those people who just judges everyone according to what you think might be the case, quit it. We need to start encouraging each other and start supporting each other a whole lot more than we actually do. God bless you. Have a great day.